Hello class, this is a video tutorial on the algebraic applications of calculus. By utilizing properties of functions and their derivatives, it is possible to solve problems of functions with missing coefficients. So these should be two short videos on two different examples. And yeah, let's go straight into it. You can pause at any time and give this a go yourself. So the function f of x equals x cubed ax squared plus bx has a local maximum at the point p2, 2. We're now going to find values for a and b. So this just simply, requires us to use whatever properties that we know to solve this. The first thing that we can actually do without doing any calculus whatsoever is understanding that this point, P, it says that if we substitute the x value of 2, the y value that comes out is 2. So if we substitute this, so f of 2 means we're substituting this in. So we get 2 cubed plus a times 2 squared plus b times 2. Evaluating these, we get 8 plus 4a plus 2b. This says it should equal 2. So we can then make 8, let's make this ab and then constant. So 4a plus 2b plus 8 should equal 2. If you're familiar with your algebra, you can probably see where this is going to head towards. So now it says it is a maximum at this point. So this means, well, let's see if we can do anything with our first derivative here. So taking our first derivative, f prime. Well, taking the derivative of f, we get 3x squared plus 2ax plus b. Now, if it is a maximum, that means that the derivative f prime at this point should equal 0. Let me rephrase that again. F prime of 2. So remember that this is the gradient of the tangent at this point. Since this is a maximum at this point, this gradient should equal 0, which is exactly what we're going to do now. We're going to substitute 2 again into here, which gives us 3 times 2 squared plus 2a times 2 plus b should equal 0. Evaluating this again, I'm going to immediately rearrange it. 2a times 2 is 4a. b is on its own. 2 squared is going to become 4 times 3 is 12. And that should equal 0. And that is our second equation. Now be mindful of how I concluded this point here. It is a maximum at this point. Hence why I concluded that its derivative at 2 should equal 0. So now taking both our equations, equation 1, equation 2, I'm just going to copy paste this here. Obviously for you, you're going to have to write it out. And for this, I'm going to do an elimination because the a is already the same coefficient. So solving this, I'm going to do a subtraction. This will give me 4a minus 4a, that's 0. 2b minus b is b. 8 minus 12 is negative 4. Equals 2 minus 0 is 2. So solving this, we get b is equal to 6. And then from here, we just simply substitute this back into any of the equations. Let's substitute this back. I'm going to choose to substitute it into here, into equation 2. So we get 4a plus 6 plus 12 equals 0. 4a plus 18 equals 0. 4a equals negative 18. So a is equal to 18 divided by 4. Just grabbing a simple calculator. 18 divided by 4 is negative 9 on 2, or negative 4.5. Or negative 9 on 2, whichever you'd like to express it. So a is equal to negative 9 on 2, or negative 4.5. And b is equal to 6. And there is our solution to this first one. So notice how we are using the properties of derivatives, and yeah, hope that's given you an insight into the types of questions that you might be able to solve, and hope to see you in the next video where we tackle a slightly more challenging one here. Hope to see you then. Best of luck.